Howdy folks, today I am going to go through the process of changing my PHP version in Wamp. I just upgraded to Windows 10 and I have this great big ugly post on how to upgrade PHP in Wamp on my website. You might be watching this video there now for all I know, but I upgraded to Windows 10. I still do a lot of work with Magento. The new version of Wamp that I'm running is running PHP 5.5.12 with Apache 2.4.9. Apache's fine, but alas, Magento 1.x runs better on PHP 5.4. So I'm going to be downgrading PHP from its currently installed version to the most recent 5.4 version. And I'm going to try to do this all on the fly, and I might have some mistakes and screw-ups. I'm not going to reference my own article because some of the things have changed oh so slightly. I'm going to try to highlight those in this video. So first things first, if you open a browser and just Google PHP for Windows, that's how I got to this site. PHP for Windows should be the first result. Downloads. In my case, like I said, I'm going to need to run 5.4. Here it is. I need the thread-safe version of PHP, and let me show you why. My mouse is acting kind of funny, so bear with me. Let's go to localhost quick. We can see our PHP info. We can see thread safety enabled. So I am going to want the thread safe version. That's basically the gist of that. I've already downloaded it to my system. I just wanted to go through this to show you, dear user, developer, I should say. Let's get my handy Wamp folder that I made myself before upgrading to Windows 10. All right, 5.4.4, 5. Okay, so let's go into our bin folder, PHP. I'm going to go ahead and kill Wamp right now. PHP 5.5.1.2. I'm going to make a new folder for PHP 5.4.45. That'll work. Open that up. Copy all this junk into here. Great, so that's extracted. The next thing I'm going to highlight here is, let's go back to the one that we know is working, 5.5.12 that shipped with the version of Wamp I have. And I want to highlight a file, and that is PHP for Apache. Let's go in and I'm going to show you a little bit about this. CD, what are we in? Bin, CD PHP, and PHP 5.5. Okay. All right. This PHP for Apache file, okay, look at it now. You can see the permissions. That's fine. Great, great, great. This is the actual PHP configuration file that we're going to need in our new PHP directory, so the 5.4.45 directory. I've made myself a copy here, but in your case what you'd want to do is just copy this one in here and paste it in your new directory. Okay, the next file you're going to want from your old PHP directory is, you might have guessed, the Wamp server conf file. That is just going to tie up some strings, some loose ends with regards to PHP and how it works with Wamp. I'll go over the extensions in another video. let's just get PHP working here now. So let's go ahead and start Wamp server. See if we have any issues. We should see our new version of PHP listed here if I've done everything right so far. Alright, so we see 5.4.45. This is great. And keep in mind, I'm downgrading, but you can upgrade, downgrade to the process is all the same. I'm going to go ahead and select 5.4.4.5, but before I do, I want to highlight something. Take note of this PHP for Apache file, okay? That's fairly important. Wamp is going to try to restart, and it has restarted, so that's great. We've got a working version, theoretically, of PHP that's different from the version that's shipped with Wamp. And we did that through copying the PHP for Apache and Wamp server comp files into our newly created PHP directory that we created in Wamp bin. So remember how I said to keep an eye on this guy, PHP for Apache. Shipped with Wamp. What did I say I had? All right. PHP for Apache. All right. I think I remember what I was trying to show you. And let me do this. We want to get back to Apache. Okay. All right, this is what I wanted to show you. Took us a little bit to get here, but PHP Ini. In the newer versions of Wamp, the PHP Ini is actually a symlink back to the PHP for Apache file. And this is important because when you're updating your configuration, as I'm sure you'll want to do, as I reference in the post on my site, to make sure that you transfer over all of your previous optimizations or configuration for PHP, you're going to want to do it in the PHP for Apache.ini file in your new PHP directory. And once you restart Wamp, all those changes will take effect, and that is because Apache's PHP Ini configuration file is just symlinked to the PHP for Apache file that we see here. So with that in mind, we have downgraded, in this case, our version of PHP on Wamp server, and we are successfully running it. Go Wamp.